Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, Hashem, Rakakwadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of great millstone. Shalom to my Akim, Wagwathim, who are diligently delivered from this final captivity. This brother Kawakam giving a true no lesson, quick lesson, probably, maybe, I don't know. I was watching this video, this lesson, whatever you want to call it, from this brother, and it really invokes, if you want to use that word, lots of frustration that I've had to deal with in my conversations in this walk, with how just in general, like sometimes when you first get into the truth, you get way too overzealous. Like you have more zeal than you have knowledge, you have more zeal than you have actual understanding on what the scriptures actually say, and then you basically your mouth cashes a check that that your entire brain cannot back. All right, and the way I say that is in just, if you watch this video, I'm going to link it in the description, but if you watch this video, basically what happens is this Jake right here, he's basically talking about how he met one of his old friends who's now a Hebrew Israelite, and then he's saying like all this stuff they were saying, it doesn't make sense. The dude doesn't even know what he's talking about. And the funny thing was, it did sound like the dude didn't know what he was talking about, and that's why I really identify with that greatly, because ironically, in my earlier time being this truth, I would want to go try to debate people. I would look people to debate and stuff like that online or something like that, and that was something that I think is, I have shame in it, because that's not really what the Lord sent us out to do. The Lord did not send us out to go looking to debate people, okay, contrary to what freaking I forgot his name, ISUPK and Sakari does. All right, all they care about, they have this, I literally heard, I think Sakari, or not Sakari, Gorilla Hebrew, or what's his name, I'm pretty sure it was Gorilla Hebrew, saying that they had like a content deal, and basically that's where it just kind of sounds off to me, when you're basically framing this work the work of YAHAWAH to be this quote unquote content deal, like where that's not content. It's not supposed to be content. It's supposed to be lessons and edifications and stuff like that, but it's really just like a grand thing. And of course, I can say all this stuff, and I can say all this stuff, and then they don't listen, because I've had that I've had a conversation with one of the Sakari members about one of the things that they did. All right, and when I was, it was literally after like it was on Instagram, after like 2 or 3 messages. All right, it's just like they just did not want to hear it. They just did not care. So it's like, why even bother at that point? Like, it's like, even back then, it's like, so I'm over here trying to say calm manner. I'm not even trying to like disrespect him or anything like that. I'm just saying, I don't think that was wise. And then it's just like, I don't care what you think, this, that, and the third, whatever. And we both said shalom. Okay, I said, you don't care? Okay, fine. Then that's the end of this conversation. We're done. Shalom. And then that's basically it. We don't need to make this longer. If someone doesn't want to hear, yes, you can put the rebuke out there. Oh, is the thing picking up? Slacky, I'm going to read this quickly because this is slowing down my computer. 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 23. But foolish and unlearned questions avoid, learn, knowing that they do gender strifes. Okay, so this number one, Right. Number one, basically, when it comes to, is that it? Yeah. When it comes to, people trying to invoke, because there's lots of Christians, lots of Israelites and stuff like that, lots of people that that ask disingenuous questions in order to make it into a debate, in order to like bring out that worthlessness of the whole thing. Which Slakia, now I have it. Titus chapter 3 verse 9. But avoid foolish questions and genealogies and contentions and strivings about the law, for they are unprofitable and vain. Okay, let me see if I. Okay, also 2 Corinthians chapter 12 verse 20. For I fear lest when I come I shall not find you such as I would, and that I shall be found unto you such as ye would not, lest there be debates, envyings, wraths, strifes, backbiting, whispering, swellings, tumults. Alright, so basically we need to avoid debating, because honestly, maybe once upon a time there debates actually did mean something, and it actually did bear proper fruit where people would actually be listening for the other side. But most likely not, because if you look at how debates are today, even debates outside of this truth, okay, just people debating in general, it's not about which side is better. It's just about trying to be as dishonest as you can be, and make the other side look stupid. Okay, neither side is going to actually actively try to listen or hear the other side. They only care about, if people are watching, let me make this person look stupid so I can look like I won the debate. And that's how these debates go, and that's why debates in general are worth a waste of time. But I will say, for like videos like this, it is good to put the rebuke out there, because the fact of the matter is that in general this is very edifying, but you need to really understand who's actually sincerely trying to look for the certain information, because even with these debates, certain people may be having contention or having second thoughts with some of these topics that are being put out. Like, say for example, like the validity of who are actually let me talk about the validity of, is the Bible the white man's book? And when you hear Jake say that, okay, it is important to make lessons on that, because when people hear that, that is a big misconception that people just take it and run with it. All right, people say that King James was a homosexual and stuff like that, and it's all these details that are constantly being spewed out. But the thing is, like, if you actually go in and do the research and actually try the logic, like for example, King James being a homosexual, in the King James version, it literally says, "Thou shalt not be," what? All right, I probably can't say it, but yeah, I'm just gonna not risk it. But basically understand that the Bible literally says that. So if King James was what people claim to be, why would that be allowed in the final translation of the book? All right, and then on top of that, there's also, this is like, I didn't want to do this, so I'm gonna try to stay on topic, Slakia. But basically, yeah, there's that whole thing of like, there's that logic, and the Bible's a white man's book. But yet, why, if the Bible was the white man's book, why would he say that? Let me just get it. Actually, I'm gonna get two. So first one. Revelation chapter 13 verse 10, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity, and he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. And the second one is Exodus chapter 21 verse 20, and if a man smite his servant or his maid with a rod, and he die under his hand, he shall be surely punished. Okay, so these are two separate things that goes against everything that Edom has done and basically wants. All right, so the first one in Revelation. Okay, you really think that if Esau wrote the book, he would say that the fact that he put us in captivity, he's going to go into captivity as well? Do you realize how stupid you sound to say such an easily false statement? All right. And then the second one is over here in Exodus, okay, where if a man smite his servant and he die, all right, with that, it's like all those alligator bait, the killing and stuff like that. And also another one, Slakia, it's actually in the entirety of Exodus chapter 21, I'm pretty sure. I think it was 21 or 20, where they were just saying about all this stuff on how to treat slaves, and Esau basically just went against that. So the Bible is completely against the Eurocentric morality, but yet people hold true to that. People hold true to, this is how we're supposed to think, this is how we're supposed to act, this is how we're supposed to do things, but yet it goes against the Bible. So then you have these people that don't know the Bible, don't follow the Bible, don't truly believe in the Bible, but yet they claim to. All right, and once again, it's just like more and more proof to show that this is the Bible is not, number one, the Bible is not Esau's book, but at the same time, it's like Jake just doesn't have any understanding. So as a result of them not having understanding, perfect transition, good transition by the way. But with that understanding, you're able to better understanding for yourself, and then as you have that understanding, you grow with that wisdom and knowledge, all right, and understanding, then it is better used to further solidify your faith in YAHAWASHI, as well as anyone whom the Lord sends your way for you to give them understanding in whatever field of study. But also you have to be able to do the research yourself. All right, I know it's definitely not an easy thing. All right, me personally, after finishing school and all that crap, you would think like I don't want to do any research, but all the going to school does have its merits in terms of like, okay, yeah, you know how to write a paper, as well as do research, okay, and not just believe the first thing you see. Because if you just say, there was a brother that had done a Google search, I think, what's it called? Let me get this. Where? Over here. Yeah, were there Jews in the Roman army? All right, but then he asked this question, and then he asked again, and it said no, because I forgot what question he asked, but basically he said no simply because it goes against the Eurocentric beliefs that Esau has. I think there was a certain person that said that they believed, that they said they followed Yahawashi or Paul, I forgot who it was, and when you search when you search it up, it said no, they weren't, because they were part of the Roman army and stuff like that. But you have these contradictory things. Lucky I don't have it, and I don't remember what video it was. I watched too many videos. But like that, there is that thing where another way that Christians try to say that the Bible is for everyone is by using instances where Roman soldiers claim that they believed, when in actuality most of those I'm pretty sure all of those Roman soldiers were Israelites. But I'm not going to say definitively. You have to actually do the research yourself. But anyway, continuing on. Let me get this. 2nd Ezra chapter 7 verse 20, for there be many that perish in this life because they despise the law of Yahawah that is set before them. And that is basically how things are going to be, when in the actuality of things, where there's going to be a lot more people that are going to die. All right, Slucky, I'm going to try to I'm going to write this down because I want to make this lesson tomorrow. Bear with me. Let me just write this down. Okay, so yeah, basically with that, when we take the time to explain all the breakdowns and stuff like that, most of the times we're just wasting our time, because like it's very, the probability of someone actually listening or someone actually being able to comprehend or accept and receive this truth is like 1 out of 9 or 10% chance or something like that, because it's only for a select few people to actually receive it. Okay, not everyone can receive. It's only, like, I guess if you want to call it the chosen ones or something like that. All right, and with that, lots of people are just destined, to be destroyed. Okay, this is how the Lord set things up to be. All right, now this is why in instances like this with this guy, we're not supposed to be putting efforts into trying to explain stuff when it's up to the Lord is the Lord's role to basically have the truth reach those that it needs to reach at the time that it needs to reach them. All right, it's not up to you to say, I have to get a certain quota of people to believe for the Lord to approve me. No, it's just you put it out there, you allow yourself to be available to preach, and that's when the Lord is going to either send them to you, send someone else, or whatever. All right. Next, 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 2, feed the flock of Yahawah which is among you, taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint but willingly, not for filthy lucre but of a ready mind. And there are lots of camps or people in general that try to incentivize people, or I just had an example and then I lost it, but whatever, it's fine. I'll just continue on. But yeah, you can't be trying to say, hey, listen to me, or I'll pay you if you just listen, or I'm gonna give me money and I'll break this stuff down, especially with lots of people, or people in general seeking some sort of spiritual guidance. All right, and then this is where it's supposed to be. We have to teach for free. Like, it is absolutely imperative that we do not make money off of the truth. All right. Next, Micah chapter 3 verse 2, who hate the good and love the evil, who pluck off their skin from them and their flesh. Wait, hold on. Verse 1, and I say it here, I pray you, O heads of Jacob, and ye princes of the house of Israel, is it not for you to know judgment, who hate the good and love the evil, pluck off their skin from off them, and their flesh from off their bones, who eat also the flesh of my people, and flay their skin from off them, and they break their bones and chop them in pieces, as for the pot and as for the flesh within the cauldron. Okay, so basically, people, there's a large majority of people that hate good. And I was just watching a video before I made this lesson of a brother making a very good point. Like, before this truth became very mainstream, lots of us, I've heard, I'm not involved with them, but or I'm not one of them, but I heard lots of different stories where there's lots of different brothers who were either in a gang or were in a life of doing something bad, maybe not necessarily crime, but they weren't the greatest of people. All right, and they repented, they got out of that life. Okay, not all of them, but rather than wanting to, I think Alazar, he said he's Hoover Crip or something like that. And it's kind of funny how what the brother had said. It's kind of funny how they would rather us be hoodlums, thugs, going around shooting people, killing people, rather than allowing us to just preach the Bible. Okay, it's not a big deal for us to go get guns and want to kill people or kill each other, but it is a problem, and it needs to be addressed. It needs to be addressed when we claim to be the people of the Bible. All right, and I think that's a very a funny thing, but it also goes to show just how much Esau hates us, as well as how satisfied and happy Jake is being in the lowest state that he's in right now. All right, it's very depressing to see that, but at the same time, this is where that astonishment, we are that astonishment where we are viewed as the lowest of the low, the worst people and stuff like that, and then how the Lord's going to basically do that exact same miracle that he did did in Egypt, where he got us out, and then not even just Egypt, but also all those other nations that, if you read not Judges, what was it? It was Joshua 10:11, I think. Joshua 10:11, where the Lord basically fought for Israel against an army that was bigger and basically I won't say they were outclassing us, but basically they were bigger than us. They had way more numbers than us, and the Lord basically killed most of them by himself, rather than allowing us to kill them in that war. All right, so that goes to show just the power and the the flipping things around. Okay, the Uno reverse, whatever the frick it's called, in terms of how the Lord just uses a lowly nation of people to flip things upside down. All right, so yeah, with that, it's just there's a lot to I guess extract from it. Slocky, I didn't stay on one specific topic, but it all does kind of tie in, and I pray that you were edified. But at the same time, the last thing I really want to say is just don't try to be overzealous and try to debate other people, because while this truth is infallible, you might not know all the different ways to actually understand, or the different angles, especially these these liars, these Christian liars that do this for a living. Alright, so with that, I pray this was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, Hashem, YAHAWASHI, Hashem, Rakak, Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone of Bible Ball, and Shalom.